Assalamu alaikum and good morning student. I am Sayma Adhikari teaching in Anjuman Islam Abdul Azim Khatkate English Secondary School Vashi. Today we are going to learn chapter number 16 of standard 9, that is Heredity and Variation. Okay student, now tell me what you see in this picture. Yes, we see a panda and cub. Then in second picture what we see a lion and their cub. Here we see elephant and their kid. So in all these animals, if you will see these animals and their offspring and their young ones, okay, what we find in them? Yes, we find that there is a similarity in these organisms. Okay, they are similar to their parents. But why they are similar to their parents? Yes, they are similar to their parents due to their inherited characteristics. And what are those inherited characteristics? Those inherited characteristics are nothing but the hereditary characteristics. A transfer of a characteristics from parents to their offspring is called as hereditary, and due to this hereditaries, the puppies are similar to dogs. Then we see kids are similar to their parents, ducklings are similar to duck, infants of monkeys are similar to monkeys. So these all here we see all these kids, they are similar, they show the similar characteristics with their parent, although there are many similarities between parents and their offspring. There are some differences too, and those differences and similarities are all the effects of hereditary. So we will see what is this hereditary, where it comes from. Okay, this hereditary characteristics we get from our genes. Okay, where these genes are located, as we already studied in our lower class in 8th standard, that inside a cell there is a nucleus which is situated, and in that nucleus we have what? We have the fiber like the structure which are present, hair like structure, fiber like structures which are present, and these fiber like structure during a cell division, they give a specific shape which is the chromosome, and this chromosomes is coiled over a DNA, and a specific length of a DNA is responsible for the specific characteristics in a organisms, and this specific length of DNA is known as the genes. So here in our chapter we are going to discuss about all these things. Okay, first we will see what is meant by chromosomes and where these chromosomes are situated, what are their structures and what are their different types. Let's see the structure of chromosome. The structure in a nucleus of cell that carries the hereditary characteristics is called chromosome. Here you can see this is a chromosome. During cell division, this chromosome will get duplicated, okay, and they form a sister chromatin. And over here in the middle of a chromosome, you see there is an orange color dot which is a centromere. Here in a chromosome, we find there are two arms. This arm is known as P arm, and the lower arm, this one, is known as the Q arm. Why these arms are known as P arms and Q arms? Due to their position? No. If you will see the upper arm over here, which is slightly shorter than the lower arm, so that's why that shorter arm is considered as the P arm and the lower arm will consider as a Q arm. And here in the middle there is a knot like structure which is present. This knot like structure is nothing but the centromere. Centromere play a very important role during the cell division process. Now chromosomes, where these chromosomes are situated, and what is the definition of chromosomes? Chromosome is the structure present in a nucleus of the cell, carries the hereditary characteristics, is called as chromosomes. So this is a definition of a chromosome. Okay, now the explanation for their structure. Here you can see the structure of a chromosome. Okay, here we find there are two arms which are present. Those two identical chromatids, These are the sister chromatids, or also be known as a identical chromatid, which form during the cell division. Here this arm is what? This arm is a shorter arm, and this lower arm is what? Lower arm is slightly longer one. So the shorter arm is known as what? P arm, and the longer arm is known as the Q arm. And here in the middle there is a knot like part which is present. That knot like part is known as the centromere. Structure of chromosome. How this chromosome look like? It look like dumbbell in shape, and there is a construction which is in middle of a chromosome. That construction is a primary construction, or also be known as the centromere. And on the basis of a centromere, chromosomes are classified in different categories. So let us see the types of chromosomes on the basis of centromere's position as well as their structure. Here it is a first type of a chromosome on the basis of centromere position. What you see here, this is one arm, this is another arm, and this one is what? This one is the centromere. Here in this chromosome, centromere is present in a midpoint. So centromere, where the centromere is located, centromere is present at a midpoint. The centromere is exactly at the midpoint in this chromosome, and therefore this chromosome look like what? Yes, it look like English letter V. Okay, the shape of a chromosome is how? The shape of chromosome look like English letter V. And if we see the length of a chromosome, the arms of a chromosome, here the length of a arm of a chromosome, if we will compare, will be exactly same or equal in length. Arms are equal in length, and such type of a chromosome which look like English letter V, centromere of this chromosome is present exactly at the midpoint, and arms of a chromosomes are equal in length. So such type of chromosomes are known as the metacentric chromosome. So this is the first type of a chromosome which is known as the metacentric chromosome. It look like English letter V, then centromere is at the middle, and arms are equal in length. Let's see the second type of a chromosome. Here in this type of a chromosome, what you see over here, this chromosome look like which English letter? Yes, it look like English letter L. And where this centromere is located, here if you will see the centromere is not exactly located at the center. So this is slightly away from a center or somewhere near the midpoint. Okay, centromere is present somewhere near the midpoint, and that's why this one gives a different shape. And this shape look like what? This shape look like English letter L. And the length of a chromosome, if we compare the length of a chromosome, do the lengths are same? No, the length of arms of this chromosome, here if you will compare the length of arms of this chromosome, then what happen over here? One of a arm is slightly shorter than the other arm. And here this type of chromosomes which have one arm shorter than the another arm, such type of a chromosome are called submetacentric chromosome. So this is submetacentric chromosome. This is the second type of a chromosome. Now let's see the third type of a chromosome. Here in this type of a chromosome, if you will see the position of a centromere, this one is a centromere. This centromere is not present in a middle as well as it's not near the midpoint. So where it is located? Yes, the centromere is located at one of the end of a chromosome. It's near to one of a end. Centromere is located near one end of a chromosome. And how it look like? Yes, it look like English letter J. And if we will compare the arms of a chromosome, then one of a arm of a chromosome is what? Smaller than the other arm. And such type of a chromosomes where we have J shape, then one of a arm is smaller than the another arm, centromere is near one end of the chromosome. Such type of a chromosome is known as the acrocentric chromosome. Acrocentric chromosome. So this is a third type of a chromosome. Let's see the fourth type of a chromosome, which is also be known as the telocentric chromosome. Here if you will see in this chromosome we find that centromere is exactly located at one of a end. So centromere is right at the end of a chromosome, and it look like English letter I, and most probably here that only one arm is present. Such type of chromosomes are known as the telocentric chromosome. And this telocentric chromosomes are not present in a human beings. They are absent in a human being. So we have discussed about four types of chromosomes. Okay, which are those four types of chromosome? First one is metacentric chromosomes, which look like English letter V, centromere, which is present at the midpoint, and here the arms of chromosomes are equal in length. The second type of chromosome, this is the first type of a chromosome. Second type of a chromosome that we have discussed is a submetacentric chromosome. Okay, these chromosomes, in this chromosome centromere is somewhere near the midpoint, and due to this they show the shape like English letter L. One of a arm is slightly shorter than the another arm. This is the third type of a chromosome, which is the acrocentric chromosome. And in this acrocentric chromosome, the centromere is at one of a end of a chromosome. It look like English letter J, and here we find one arm is smaller than the another arm. And the last one, which is the telocentric chromosomes. Here in a telocentric chromosome, centromere is right at the end of the chromosomes, and here this chromosome is represented with which letter? Yes, it look like English letter I, and here only one kind of a arm is present, and such type of chromosomes are mostly absent in a human being. Other than this, the chromosomes are also be classified as allosomes and the autosomes. Allosomes are the sex chromosomes, and autosomes are the chromosomes which are responsible for the general characteristics in a human being. We will discuss about those type of a chromosome in next part of our chapter. Thank you everyone.